goal in life is to always be authentic, to always be true to who I am, to show up as the best version of myself. And sometimes, it can feel like you fall a little too deep. You're not always going to do everything right. You're not always going to say the right things. And while those feelings are normal, don't beat yourself up about it. And that's something that I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to show up as me, because I'm forever changing, I'm forever evolving, and I don't want to say that it's impossible, but it's not always something that other people can keep up with. And I have been learning about the art of detachment, been learning about looking at myself, like actually looking at myself in the mirror, because I didn't do that for the longest time. But building a relationship with myself, understanding myself and my growth and what it is that I want, because when I know what I want, I know what I need to do to go and get it, versus not knowing what I want, just doing shit just to be doing it. Sometimes that works, honestly, sometimes. But if I do that all the time, like not planning and just doing things on a whim, at some point I get lost in the sauce, and then it's just like, what are you doing? Or I said something I wasn't supposed to say, or was talking about something before I was supposed to talk about it, and then once I get back to that, I don't know what it's called, then it's just like my higher self is what I want to call it. I do my best to operate in my higher self. The best way for me to do that is to do things that make my higher self feel good. So eating good, exercising, meditating, yoga, really tapping in spiritually, that's what kind of keeps me at that level. And that is so important, at least to me. I feel like it's important for everyone, but not everyone has the knowledge and understanding of how to do that. And as someone who spent zero time with herself, babe, it took me a good minute to get here, but I'm happy that I'm here, genuinely. I love learning. I love figuring out how I can show up better, because when I show up good for myself, show up great for everyone else, because I am a giver, I am a lover, but I have to be able to give those things to myself first. Sometimes that comes with isolation. I don't see isolation as a bad thing, but it can turn into a bad thing when you stay there. It is very important to have social interactions, to go out and not to be constantly working on yourself, because there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, but there's also nothing wrong with wanting to improve yourself. But balance, duality, manage the spiritual with the physical. Go out, have fun. You don't have to eat healthy literally all the time. Like, you can slip up and have something. There are different ways to get what you need to still not keep yourself so wrapped up tight that you're not being balanced. Isolation for me is, I was someone that talked a lot. I was always talking. Whenever I had an issue, I was always going to my friends. Like, I never wanted a time to be quiet by myself, because I didn't want to be left alone with my thoughts. I felt like my thoughts were too much for me to manage or handle, and I didn't know how to navigate them. I've always had big feelings. I've always had big emotions, and I always just went to people to get it off my chest. But I wasn't left feeling good after the fact. Most of the time I wasn't, because people don't always have the answers. Most times, before you go to anybody else, you need to stop and journal it out. Voice memo. But if you want the real, if you really want me to give it to you straight, you have a spirit team that's behind you. Everyone has a spirit team, and they're literally just waiting on you to ask for help, because they will help you. That's what they're there for. You did not come into this world alone. Like, yes, physically, unless you're a twin or quadruplet or whatever, but you did not come into this world alone. We have a spirit team, and your spirit team consists of spirit guides, your ancestors. It consists of God. They are all like, y'all are all working together. They're all working together. Like, they show up for you in different ways, and you just have to trust the process. Trust the process. Not everybody is going to understand why you're doing what you're doing, how you're feeling, and it's not for them to understand. It's for you to understand. They're your feelings, they're your emotions, and that's why I take self-improvement as seriously as I do, because it's not just about reading. It's not just about getting fit. when you realize that you're not walking this earth alone, and that whatever issues you may have going on, short notice things, issues with friends, issues with family, mental issues, I'm not saying that this is easy, because it's not. I can feel myself getting. It's not easy, but it's worth it. You're worth it. If you ever felt like you weren't worth it, that you couldn't do certain things, I guarantee you there's nothing in this world that you cannot do. There's nothing in this world that you can't do. I have so much more to say, but I feel like this video is already long enough. That being said, honestly, truly, thank you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every single person who's taken the time to watch this video. And I genuinely love you. I do. I love myself and I love you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Also, if you want to see more of me, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to, get notifications about the next time that I post. The goal is to post every Friday, probably 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, I'll see you next time.